Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm with the lovely Sian!
Hello!
And today we're going to be playing Can of Worms. Now, if you haven't heard of this, it's based on a TV show that was on Channel 10 last year called Can of Worms, where you get questions. And when you open the can, no, worms do not come out. I wish. So you get... So the questions look like this. Hold it up to the camera. And you get little cards. They're little point cards, but we don't have to do that. If you want to see us do this the full way, we can. Leave a comment. But let's have a go. Excuse the dog barking. It's coming from Dad's house. My dogs are going psycho. Ready to explore the can of worms. Let me just find the can. Oh, and you also get cards that say yes or no. Should we play it with these? One yes, no. Alright, we'll take turns to ask each other questions. They're pretty standard political questions. Alright, first question.
Am I allowed to see?
No.
Oh.
Does believing in God make you a better person?
Why can't I see if you're asking me the question?
No, because you have to guess yes. You have to say yes or no.
I have to guess what your answer would be.
No. We get a yes or no each. Still gone. And you have to say whether you believe or not, and then I tell you whether Australia agrees or disagrees.
Oh, okay.
So we get a yes or no each. So
Okay.
question. I'll read it again. Does believing in God make you a better person? What's your answer? No. My answer would be...
Can I elaborate?
Yeah, you can.
Well, I don't think it makes you a better person because everyone has their own idea of... I think everyone likes to believe in a higher power, whether it's God or not. I don't think it makes you a better person I don't think it makes you a bad person if you don't believe in God, so that's my answer, no. What does Australia say?
Australia says 65% say no. As a Catholic myself, I don't agree. I don't think that believing in God makes you a better person. It depends on who you are as a person.
I'm a Catholic too, might I add.
Nice note. Sorry, that was not meant to sound rude. But I go to church, I believe in God, but it doesn't mean that I'm a good or a bad person.
Yeah, because each to their own.
Yeah.
Everyone is unique, and that's
exactly
what's so beautiful about people. No one is the same. So whether someone believed in God or not, I would still love them or still like them
exactly.
as a person.
Your turn.
Is the burqa out of place in Australia?
I say yes.
Is the burqa's
the full...
Yeah.
No, it's not around the face.
Where they cover their entire
it only
face except for their eyes.
Yeah, and it's full head to feet.
Yeah. What was your answer? Yes.
Yes.
Well, Australia says 61% yes and 39% no, but I don't understand why it would be out of place.
There has been a lot of controversy in the news lately about the burqa. I personally believe, I grew up with people who wore burqas at my primary school, and I've always been feared of them. There's this superstition that people possibly hold guns or something underneath them, but personally I think if you come to Australia you should be allowed to wear what you want, but also feel safe to yourself. Just because it's a part of your religion doesn't mean you should have to follow it when you're not in your home country.
Exactly, and if you think about it, it's just a bit of material. Like, if someone breaks their arm, they wear a cast. But it's just a bit of material over your face. It's not hurting anyone else.
Exactly.
And that's the beauty about Australia. It's just so multicultural. You walk everywhere you look, there's someone from a different background. So I don't think it's out of place, and I don't know why it says 61% yes. That doesn't really make sense to me.
I believe that wearing a burqa shouldn't disguise who you are and make people fear for you. But I agree it is out of place because a lot of things have been out in the media lately saying that Muslims and those types of people want to take over our country. It's fine to do it in your own country, but if you come to Australia, we've had our traditions for a very long time, and you know,
do you mind if I say something?
It's hard to explain what I'm trying to say, but like, if you come to Australia, why can't you let us be who we are and maybe try adapting to our traditions?
Well, I've got two things to say. Firstly, the only thing I think that is wrong about wearing a burqa is if someone is forced to wear it by their family or by their religion. That's what I think is wrong. If they're happy with wearing it, then great. And secondly, most people that are living in Australia aren't even true Australians. The true Australians are Indigenous. So how do we have the right to tell other people how to live or what to wear in Australia? We have no right. We're not even true Australians. So.
And why does our government believe that they have the right to ban the burqa? It's not their choice.
And it's not hurting them.
It's not hurting them. But one thing I don't like is when someone who has to wear, like, is a female who is forced to wear the burqa, has to wear it in Australian 40-degree weather.
Yeah.
We have very hot summer, and I have seen poor ladies struggle in a burqa which is full head to toe on a 30 to 40-degree day, walking down the street, and I just think, wow, how do you deal with it? You must have air cons under there or something.
Yeah, anyway, we'll move on to the next question.
Next question. Should women be allowed to compete against men in professional boxing? What's your answer? You say yes?
Yeah, why not? Women and men are equal.
Not necessarily. Men have been known to be stronger than females. And how would you like to grow up
That's
against
a very generalised opinion, though. Some men may be stronger than some females, but it doesn't mean all men are stronger than females.
Yeah, but how would you like to go against someone who's much stronger than you, much powerful than you?
But how do you know? There might be a strong woman. It's specific to each person. It's not like a generalised.
True. But I absolutely hate boxing as a sport. Why should it be a professional sport though? You go into a ring and punch someone and potentially kill them just because you're wearing gloves. Same with wrestling. I don't like wrestling. People have been known to die from wrestling. Anyway.
I guess there's risks with most sports though, so.
Yeah.
Well, all sports.
Next question.
Is opening a car door for a woman sexist?
No, I don't believe so. I forgot to hold up. To me, it's not sexist. I believe that you're doing a generous thing for someone.
It's old-fashioned, yes, but it's nice, it's respectful, and I would do the same for a man as well.
It's like, say a woman's walking a pram and can't open the door, and someone's there, the nice thing would be to help them.
Exactly. And same with a man with a pram. You would, or an elderly man or an elderly woman anyway.
Say an elderly man's trying to get into your car, if you're driving your grandparents somewhere, the nice thing would be to help them.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be sexist. Just because a man, say, opens a door or pulls out a chair for you, they're showing compassion and generosity and kindness
being sexist is making assumptions about someone's gender, of what they can and what they can't do. That's being sexist.
Yeah.
But opening the car door for a woman is just doing something nice.
Yeah. Just like, say that, you know, like you would do it, you wouldn't just do it for a female. Like a female can do it for a man.
Yeah. It's just the old-fashioned ways to do it for a female.
Exactly. My turn. Is it okay for women to breastfeed in public?
Yes, of course. It's a natural process. It's a natural thing in life, you know. We've all been there. Like, we're all babies. Most of us were all breastfed, so I don't really see the problem.
Just like, would you go out into the wild and stop an animal from naturally feeding its newborn?
Exactly.
We're all mammals by blood.
We all have these bodily features, so I don't really see the problem. And if it does make you uncomfortable, get up and leave. Don't make a scene about it and make the woman who is breastfeeding feel uncomfortable.
There was a news article that came out recently. A lady in the US, on her graduation day from university, she was photographed breastfeeding her little one. And I believe it's, if you've got to feed your child, you can't just, you know, have to walk around and find a bathroom or something. You should be able to feel comfortable. You have to feed your child.
Exactly.
And you can't just let him scream and cry until you have to go out to your car or something.
And most women are respectful anyway, in terms of, like, they usually cover themselves with, like, a blanket or with, like, their shirt or whatever anyway.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable, even though no one should feel uncomfortable.
And it's a natural human thing.
As I said, like, we've all done it, most of us anyway.
Yeah, most of us have been breastfed when we were younger, so why should we be stopping other people from doing it? And there shouldn't be a law against it.
And no one says anything to, like, teen girls who walk with, like, barely any clothes on. They're practically doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So there's no real difference.
Exactly. Next question.
It's not as if the woman is, like, pulling out a gun or something.
Exactly.
If you were in Japan on business and were offered whale meat, would you eat it?
Of course not.
No way. No way. No way.
The way they treat the animals,
I don't agree with anything
appalling.
they're doing over there. Anything at all. And I really have no words. The whole story that's happening over there is just really sad.
whales are becoming extinct because of it. And the way they slaughter them is appalling. And if I was offered it, I wouldn't.
But sadly that happens to most animals that humans eat, you know, chickens, cows, lamb, anything. Like, they all get killed in that sort of way. So
Yeah, but these animals...
it applies to, for me personally, I wouldn't, like, I'm always vegetarian anyway. Like, the only thing at the moment I eat is chicken rarely, but I want to become a full vegetarian because I just don't believe that animals should be killed for our own satisfaction. Like, we can survive without eating meat, so why should animals have to suffer?
The way that whales are killed, they get dragged from their territory onto a boat and then slaughtered there and then. And it pulls bacteria back into the ocean and then affects other wildlife in the ocean.
And I was saying today, if animals could speak, there would be so much less animal cruelty in the world. That's the thing that's causing all this. Animals don't have a voice.
Exactly, they don't have a voice.
They don't have any say in what happens to them.
They don't have a voice at all.
So we need to, we need to be that voice for animals.
Exactly. Next question. Should smoking be banned in all public places?
I don't know. I'm thinking of it from two points of view. I'm thinking of it from the smoker's point of view. I would say no, because I can understand it's an addiction and it's hard to stop an addiction. But from a non-smoker's point of view, I don't smoke, yes. So, yeah.
From my point of view, as a person with asthma, I wouldn't like to walk around through people's smoking areas if I have to, just because even breathing it in affects all of us.
Yeah. You'd be surprised how many people are affected by passive smoking.
And it affects wildlife as well, because they might think it's food and then that'll harm them as well.
But I do understand that an addiction is an addiction, and it can be really, really hard, difficult to stop.
But I believe at like cafes and that they should ban it.
Yeah, but most places now have like Pacific areas where people can smoke, which is good.
But would you like to sit out in a cafe that allows people to sit outside, but people who smoke as well, when you're trying to enjoy your food or a drink?
Yeah, they should have like a Pacific room just for smokers.
And when people drop cigarette butts on the ground when they're done, it litters our environment as well, and it affects us all. Anything else to add to it?
This is getting deep.
Well, it's informative. You should always pick up after your dog.
You asked 2 questions now. Oh well, go on, ask me.
Sorry. Should you always pick up after your dog when they poo in public?
Yes, of course. It's just common courtesy.
Would you poo in public and not pick after it?
Would I poo in public? No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't poo in public.
That's all I can say.
Okay, next question.
You can have 2 now.
Should pole dancing be an Olympic sport?
It seems the question is generalised, because there's pole dancing in like the sexual way, which is known as like pole dancing in strip clubs and all that. But for an Olympic sport, there is actually like you can go to dance studios and learn it, where it's meant to be a strength and dance kind of thing. I wouldn't mind, because they already have gymnastics.
Yeah.
Why can't they try other dance sports?
I don't see why not. I know a few people that enjoy it and take classes.
And it's not like these people do it in G-strings and very skimpy bras.
Exactly.
They do it in just general gym clothes.
So there's no real difference.
Exactly. You can grab another one since I screwed up. We'll do maybe 1 more each.
When on a first date, if someone has food in their teeth, do you tell them? Yeah.
Yeah. If it's really obvious. It's not that
I wouldn't like shout it out loud so the entire restaurant could hear. I'll just tell them you've got a bit of food in your teeth.
Yeah. That's pretty common, like, yeah.
But I guess it's like your first date, so not make them embarrassed.
Yeah.
I don't know. If it was really noticeable, then yeah. If it was just a tiny bit, no, I'd just leave it.
We'll do 1 more each, yeah?
Okay.
Do you think gay people should have the right to get married?
Of course, yes. Why does it matter?
Definitely.
Why does it matter what gender you love? Like, how does it make a difference? The whole thing just angers me. Like, if you're gay, if you're straight, if you're bisexual, it doesn't matter. You love people.
Yeah.
There's no crime in loving people. They're not. Yeah. I don't know. I have no words.
I know it's an old tradition to marry the opposite gender,
Yeah.
but why can't you marry someone you love? Just because.
I just can't. Sorry, you go.
Just because, you know, you love someone the same gender as you shouldn't be discriminated against it.
Yeah, and I just can't believe that in 2014 there's still such a law. Like, it's just absolutely pathetic.
I know
If you think about it, the only difference in a male and a female is their genitals.
basically.
Really. So, it's just so the difference is just so minuscule, it's just pathetic.
And in the US, they're legalizing it, But here in Australia they won't, because our government's too sexist. Basically. So why should we have the right to stop other people from falling in love with who they love and marrying them?
Exactly.
Everyone has a right to a happy relationship.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And as with a few other questions, they're not hurting anyone else.
Exactly.
All legalising gay marriage will do is create more happiness in the world, and I don't see anything wrong with that. One more question
Yep.
for you.
Is it okay to spy on your kids online?
I guess it depends on how old they are. If they're like under 12, then I would say so. But if they're like a teenager, they're old enough to know what's right and wrong.
Exactly. I reckon the older you get, the more, not just, I wouldn't say mature, but the more you understand.
Yeah. And you want your children to trust you.
Yeah.
You don't want to go behind their backs, maybe just put like a parental lock or whatever on your internet.
Yeah.
So they don't go into like any dirty sites or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I agree. Even like with television, you can do that now.
Yeah.
You can block out certain channels, and pretty sure you can block out certain websites as well. But yeah.
Is it okay to do your kids' homework for them to avoid them getting into trouble at school? I say no. Children gotta learn.
From experience, my mother did my religion homework because I wouldn't do it. But if they're really struggling, parents should be able to help their kids, but shouldn't write the entire assignment or anything.
Yeah, helping's okay, of course, but doing the entire homework, what's the point? The child's not going to learn anything from it.
Exactly.
That's the whole point that they're in school for.
Exactly. I don't think we're enough of that.
All talked out.
We're all talked out. We can't think anymore.
Okay.
Leave a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see us do some more things like this, some more trivia, some quizzes and stuff like that, let us know in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching. Stay pretty. Bye.